I want to start out by saying thank you to everyone for your acceptance of the video that I put out yesterday with the smart controller using the Mini 2. Um, Upon that review, I was noticing that there was a lot of video lag, and I get that a lot in this area because it's a small town, suburban area that a lot of people have Wi-Fi. It's very congested area of households that I figured that pretty much every video that I do, when it comes to using remote control, Wi-Fi signals are going to be interrupted. Therefore, I really haven't put a lot of thought into it until a few of you made comments about, is there a lot of latency, or is it just me, or are they noticing a lot of video lag? Well, upon further review, you are seeing that, and I have just gotten used to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get us up in the air. I'm going to go straight out with the DJI Smart Controller, and then I'm going to bring it back and sync up the Mini 2 with the Tripltek tablet and the remote control that came with the Mini 2, and see if there's any latency there. If there isn't, then I'm selling the Smart Controller. So if you want to buy a Smart Controller, by all means, hit me up. I'll hook you up. So I'm going to put this thing probably at about 200 feet. And I'm just going to go straight out. Very calm conditions today. It's very, very nice out. It's really hot, but I guess pretty much everywhere in the United States right now is very hot. All right, and we are off. All right, I am not noticing any lag in the screen today. Well, I say that, and then one blurb just crossed the screen. So I'm going to go out a little bit further then. And so far, it's smooth sailing. See some more skipping. Alright, we're going to turn around and come back now. It's not the signal strength that I would like for as little a distance as I am. I'm 1,600 feet away. Now I'm going to come straight back, and now my remote control signal is starting to strengthen back up again. Like I said, there's a lot of Wi-Fi around here. I've gotten used to that. So, open up the little mini map here. Make sure we're making a beeline straight for ourselves, and I see home off into the distance there. Then we'll land it, and then we'll put the other remote control on here and see if you notice that there's any difference whatsoever. And I said before, I mean, if it's bad, then I'm getting rid of the remote control. There's no need to have such an expensive device, get some of my money back, and may even convince all of you to go ahead and buy the Tripltek tablet yourself, because I do love it. It's 1200 nit. It is a really nice tablet. It's an Android device. And we're in for the landing. Go. Okay, that didn't take that long. I've got the Tripltek recorder here. Very sturdy tablet. It is military grade. You can drop it up to 5 feet. It's waterproof, dustproof. It has an SD card. You can actually use it as a phone. You can use your SIM card in it. 1200 nits. That is a really bright tablet. And that way, I mean, if you haven't already seen that, I mean, this is a nice one. The lift door, by the way, the lift door mount is very sturdy, and it's got a 1/4 inch thread on the bottom of it. You can put a little stand on it so you can set it down when you're doing something else. So I really do like this one a lot better. It's a lot more functional, and I can use this remote with my Air 2S and the Mini 2. So I'm really not going to be too heartbroken if this thing kicks the smart controller's butt. Let's get up in the air. All right, we are cruising now. I'm going out the same direction that I went with the other one, as you can tell. And I didn't change it from feet to meters, so forgive me. But if we're going to do 1,500, 800 meters, 8 times 3, yeah, we'll go about 800 meters. If we don't lose any signal, we also know that the signal strength is much better on this remote than it is on the smart controller. That's another reason to ditch it. Nice calm day today. I wanted to go ahead and get this out today as well because I know that it's going to rain tomorrow. And it says 40% chance, but I don't want to try to maneuver around storm clouds. So I went out to a distance of 516 meters, and really not sure if that's, I've got 2 bars and I'm not going to risk doing the return to home thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and come on back, make a beeline for it, and I'm also going to open up the mini map, which seems a little bit more responsive on this screen. I see my house, and not noticing a whole lot of screen jumps or latency issues. So again, if that's going to be the case, then yeah. Get your pocketbook ready if you want a DJI smart controller, because it's not going to be staying in my family very long. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it on down. The only thing I'm noticing right now is the map coming up. All right. And we're coming in. All right. We went straight out, straight back, and the first one was the smart controller, and the second one was the Tripltek controller. And I think this one's going to be the winner anyways, because not only can I use the Tripltek to control my Mavic or the DJI products, but I have an Autel Evo 2 Pro 6K that I can just take this tablet and put it on that remote control that also has a lift floor mount custom made for its remote. And so I just toggle back and forth because since it's Android based, I have the app installed for Autel and I have the apps installed for DJI. So it pretty much will control every drone on the market, and you've got a very bright, visible, clear screen that is sturdy, that you can beat up, not have to worry about weather tearing up, and it's just a nice piece of equipment. So if that's going to be the case, it's even going to be simpler and less stuff to carry around. So after looking at all of the footage, I'm a little bit torn between the two on which one performed better. I'm going to get a SIM card for my Tripltek tablet. Being that that's the first thing I mentioned, I'm pretty sure you're already picking up on the fact that that's going to be here to stay. And the DJI Smart Controller is going to be the thing that I actually get rid of. Yes, it had a lot of lag, but then again, like I said, I've been getting used to it. And honestly, the part that I'm torn about is the DJI Smart Controller video, even though it is jumpy and laggy, is not something that I'm going to be, that's not my final product. That's not what I'm putting out there on YouTube, only when I'm doing tutorials. And it's getting me from point A to point B, and it's doing it rather reasonably. I'm not getting disconnected, it's just a little jumpy. But if you're used to that sort of thing, then you don't pay as much attention to it. Now, I did not go to a desolate area where there's no Wi-Fi signal to see, but you know, that's not going to be the case, especially where I live in the northern panhandle of Florida. I'm not going to be able to just pick and choose when and where my Wi-Fi signal strength is going to disrupt my controller. I don't want to weigh too much on the fact that it was jumpy and skipped a little bit, but it wasn't so out of control that I was losing direction or not being able to find my way home. I was able to control everything just fine. There's no perfect product yet. There probably never will be. Our scenarios are just going to be so different too that you can't match exact scenarios from one individual to another. Everything has its own individual issue, and you just have to work around it and overcome it. So, do I still like the DJI Smart Controller? Yes. But my Tripltek controller is really where I'm heading. I think the more I talk about it, the more that I'm going to make the decision of whether or not I'm keeping the Smart Controller, and I think now I am going to sell it. I'm keeping this because it controls all of my drones. So I'm going to link everything that you saw here today down below and let you go check it out for yourself and do your own research and studies on it. I will be doing a review on the Tripltek Pro coming up very shortly. Probably going to be one of my next 2 videos, so keep an eye out for that. It is a great product. I really am proud of it. And now that I'm getting rid of my Smart Controller here, I'll be able to focus more on less equipment, because that's what I've been trying to do for the longest time now, is just downsize, get rid of a bunch of things. So thanks for watching. I enjoyed doing this test and answering my own questions and hopefully answering some for you. If you have any questions, please hit me down in the comments below. I always respond to all of my questions and try to help out as much as possible, because that's what this community does. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button, notification bell, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks. Take care.